Okay, so last Tuesday, I think, tried working out with safety squat bar. Um, didn't really get up to too much weight. Was just kind of hard unracking it and getting set or everything with my arm in the sling. Um, Not sure how much I'm going to be using the safety squat bar until my arm gets more mobility on it. So I just kind of worked up to a couple reps of the, well, 3 plates aside, whatever the bar weighs, I forget. So did that and then some leg extension, leg curls, just to try to work my legs. So here's the safety squat bar. I noticed I was getting a little rounded back and everything, just wasn't able to keep the bar up or whatever because my arm was just like hanging over, so my back seemed to round a little more, which I wasn't liking too well. So till my arm improves, probably just going to be using the hack squat more. Well, there was that, and so Wednesday I went to the surgeon or whatever for an appointment, just to checked on me, took my splint off and a wrap, and then took the sutures out and x-rayed it just to see where my if everything went okay. And as far as I know, it did. No nerve damage and everything, which, I mean, I can even move my fingers, no numbness or anything like that. He was kind of worried about if he'd nick a nerve or something like that. He's told me there was that possibility, but I guess he did an all right job on that. Showed me the x-ray where they put in the screw and reattached the tendon to. I asked him if it have a similar insertion point to my other bicep, if they'd look alike or if it'd be higher. He said it'd be pretty close. He like put it right at the apex of the bone where it's supposed to go. So I'm hoping, of course my bicep is lower. This is the first time I got to look at it and everything. So there's still some swelling in there. You really can't see the definition on my one side, but he said it should mimic where it was at before and everything. So here's first look at what I got to see once they took the wrap off on it. So after that, they kind of gave me this bionic arm. It just limits the range of motion. It was set at 20 or so. I kind of changed it to 30 just to give me a little less. This way I wouldn't get sore. Still having issues with my arm or whatever, like the rotation of the arm and everything. So the supination and pronation of my arm still, I don't have that or whatever. There's a real big soreness when I try to rotate my arm or whatever, because the bicep does play a role in your supination, pronation of the wrist and everything. And my back and forth of the wrist, which before I had trouble with moving my fingers and everything, but that seems to be pretty good. It probably had to do with this being in the splint and the swelling. I still have some swelling, but not as bad as before. It was blown up by a balloon. Now it's just kind of, you can't really see the veins and stuff like you can my other hand and everything. And I have this, just kind of limits my motion. Just slowly now on my own, just trying to work more of it. In the morning it is a bit sore or whatever and kind of painful, and then right now it's not so bad. I have a little more range or whatever, being able to move my arm back and forth now. So, and then this brace here, it was a bit pricey for what they charge. Hopefully my insurance will pick up, but nominal cost, whatever the insurance is supposed to pay, it's like $500. And then whatever the insurance doesn't cover, I'm supposed to pay. So I'm hoping they'll cover a good portion of it. Just kind of helps me throughout the day and supports my arm and everything. And then I just have this sleeve protecting it and kind of, yeah, what you've seen before, whatever here. But as my arm or whatever, and my bicep or whatever being reattached. So the swelling on it, I'm hoping like this point here doesn't seem as low, but it just might be the swelling in the shape of my bicep. I'm hoping it didn't get damaged and everything. They put this tape over here just to try to keep the wound closed. They said it should fall off in a couple days, and I have some scabbing and everything. So the main incision point was just across here, and the suture, of course, ran across this way, and they just kind of pulled it out. So I'm hoping once the swelling goes down and I'm able to get some work in or whatever, that my bicep will look like the other one too. So there's that on it. So my arm seems to be a little lower. Of course, there's still swelling and stuff in my arm, so at least it's back to normal. I still can't, of course, rotate my wrist like I can, like this way or whatever. I can just kind of move it like that. And that's one thing. For the rehab, I'm going to have to be doing, just trying to work the range of motion back, the rotation of the arm and everything. I start up my physical therapy next week, Thursday. So in 1 week from today and everything for it. So hoping, I don't know how much I'll plan to go, because I mean, I think I could do most of the rehabilitation myself, but just have them guide me or whatever, and just have them kind of check up to me on how I'm improving or so. Hopefully the tendon will fully root to the bone as quickly as possible and everything. At least that's what I'm hoping, and I can get back and just rehab the muscle if there was any muscle damage on it or not. So guess I'll have to wait out Thursday and see how that goes on it, but hoping for a quick improvement and everything. Just not being able to lift as much and everything. My weight has started to go down a little bit or so. I've lost maybe 4 pounds or so on that. So I'm just I know it's gonna take a while to regain my strength and everything. So not sure when my next meet will be. Probably well, I'm hoping maybe June, July or something like that, but I'll just have to see how my arm's feeling, where my lifts are, where I want them to be at before I get back training and then actually do a meet and everything. But so today I'm probably going to try just do the hack squat. I have put it to use. I've been doing reps on it, probably just work up to a heavy double or single or something like that, see how it feels and goes. So I'd like to just get some heavy weight, feel that again and everything, as long as I'm not straining my arm, which I shouldn't be. So going to give that here a try and see how it goes. Thanks for watching.